everybody, my name is Mystic Knight, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Scrap Mechanic. I hope you guys are having a good day. I am having a great day. So I thought I'd get in here and play around with this. Well, it's actually not getting here and play around with it. Ow, my finger hurts. This is actually, I'm in here playing with this because I have to for you guys. But anyways, they just did an update the other day because they reached 100,000 downloads of Scrap Mechanic. So congratulations to you fellow scrappers out there. I really enjoy this game. I don't know what I'm going to do on this game or how long the series is going to keep going. What all I'm going to build, I have absolutely no idea. I'll probably build some more cars, maybe build a house. I have no idea. But anyways, we're here. We got stuff to build. So I did a few fixes and optimizations, which they've been working on in the background. They just haven't actually released, any of the updates yet for it. They are working on a bunch of other stuff along with the actual survival mode for the game. For those of you that don't know, this is only the creative mode. There is no survival mode as of yet. It is still on the back burner for them. They are working on it. But this is very, very early access. This game literally just released a month ago. So, long ways to go. Just for example, Ark Survival Evolved has been out for about 8 months now, give or take. So, a lot has happened in that time. And back, if you remember back when Ark first came out, back last June, I think it was last June, it had a lot going on, and it needed a lot of work. So, give it time. They are working. They do want to bring out the weld tool. It is something that they do want to bring out and plan on putting in the game. Just they're trying to figure out the mechanics of how to get it to work. They haven't figured out how to get it to work like it needs to yet. So, it's not in the game yet, but they did add some optimizations, and they added that little guy on the top of my hood here. On the top of my, not top of my hood, but top of my roof. Add that little guy there. That little guy. Yeah. And I was actually just in here playing around with it just because it's cool. I'm playing a little music for you guys. You want to hear some music? It's a horn, in case you guys don't know. They added a horn, which is really cool. But I was in here. Bum, 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 bum. So anyways, they had the horn. You can adjust the pitch on it. The other thing they added, if I can find it here, and I'm walking sideways because I'm not showing away what I built off camera, they changed these. You can adjust the power on them. So I changed this up a little bit. Make sure there's no cheat, nothing showing. Okay. I've got these added directly to the axle so that they don't compress the suspension. So that they put the power directly to the ground rather than... I still got that one in the middle and the back. That's... but that, it's still compressing the suspension, but the rest of them aren't. The rest of them are hooked directly to the axle. This thing flies, dude. So let's just turn these down. Maybe there. What was that? 3 from the bottom. Third one from the bottom. Yeah, put that one down 1. Actually, these will put down 1 more because there's 3 of them. So you can't adjust the power on them. Now, instead of it just being a set power, they went ahead and did it. Oh yeah! That's so cool. Come on. Come on. There we go. So, with that adjusted, this will fly. It is a little bit harder to control. Oh, can't go that way. But it flies. Like, actually flies now. Which is really cool. So you still have, you know, a little bit downward thrust. That's so cool. I love it. Okay, sorry. Back to what we're actually doing. Okay, we're back at the base here. Another thing I need to build is a garage for all these guys. But anyways, you remember this guy. This was the guy from the last episode that we built. If I remember what's what. Okay, 3's that, 2's that, 1's that, 2's that, 3's that. Okay. So you remember this guy. Let me zoom out here. My tiny little truck that I wasn't all that impressed with after I got done building it. Something's in my eye. Probably dog hair. I was playing with my dog. But anyways, I got this from the last episode. You remember him. Bleed! Bleed! You know. It does pretty good. I like it. Open that up. You can see inside there. Whoa! Spoiler! Let me zoom in here. No! I can't do it. Okay. We're good? We're good. I can't show you any spoilers. But you remember what all... Yeah, I showed it all in the last episode. So we can close that. One. And I like it because... Oh, no. I was going to say I liked it because I jumped out, but I forgot I don't actually come out of it. But anyways. So I got this over here. Okay, you guys ready? I built a different one. Ta-da! I built it bigger. Bigger! I could... I can't. Without the weld tool, I can't. I was going to say I could extend the frame, but I really can't. But yeah, I built this one. I do need... okay, you're connected to that. And I don't have a switch. I need another switch. Okay. So now this connects to there, and that connects to there. Okay. Well, the reason I did that is because I wanted to put a window in here. No. There. Short little door. It don't work right. Like, my other door on that works flawless. I don't know why, but it works flawless. And this one don't. This one clinks every time it closes. So, I don't know. Anyways. I built this one. And you can see inside of there, in the belly. The belly of the beast! You know, the only way I could get that, and this was grill was a popped up place. As you can see, when the switch is off, it's open. Which I could change that. I could change the starting position on the bearing. But it's fine. That way when it's on a stand, it's open and I can get in there. And it actually works out better. I got twin engines, twin V8s in this thing. That's right, we got twin V8s. Actually, I think they're only little 4 cylinders. Doing a 4-banger, man. They need a bigger engine. But I think they're little 4-bangers. I'm guessing that's, quad exhaust on there. Little 4-bangers. So we got 8 cylinders on this. Whereas I think the rest of my stuff are only 4-bangers and an electric engine. Anyways, I've been rambling on here for 10 minutes now. And I didn't get to building anything yet. But anyways, see inside there, controllers, bump, yep, okay. Close that. My doors. No. What in the world? Why? What is going on here? Why? Oh, I bet it repositioned it to number 4. It did. Okay. Everything's screwed up now. So let's close that. We're quite laggy. Crap. Oh. I guess I don't know. I was pushing into something or something, I guess. But anyways, number 2 is the dump. See? Number 2 is the dump. You didn't see that. Number 2 is to dump the box. And that brings that back down. Down. And then we added this. Number 3. And it's got to go all the way up like that. Because in order for it to dump. Let me exit back all the way out here. Because that's so far behind the axle, which I didn't really mean to make it that way. But yeah, because that's so far back, when it dumps, it's so close to the ground that if I press 3 again, you can see it actually hits the ground. So let me get out of here and I'll show you what we did. I've got the controller like I did the other one. Oh, and that one's... Why is that one not powered? Wait a minute. You're supposed to go to that engine. There. We got it all-wheel drive, which that one's only... Oh, and I changed this one too. I added a center pivot in here. Yeah, so that way the back wheels will pivot independent of each other. It don't quite work. But I just haven't changed it back. Because I was thinking, like, when you're coming up this, let me show you. And then I'm going to cut and get to building what I want to build. What the crap? 3. Because I was thinking, like, see how... Whee! We're doing a little dance. So it don't quite work. But I did that for, like, when you're coming up here. See? Like, when you're right there. See, that's how I like the electric engine, because when you turn it off, it stops. But see, like that, if both tires are still touching, instead of one being in the air or whatever. Like, especially right there. Like when I come up here, and I don't quite have enough ground clearance. But see, like right there, the back tire would be off the ground. So that's why I did that. We're just gonna park you there. Alright, so what I did here, and I was hoping this would work better than it does. I'm kind of disappointed in the game. But I guess that's part of the issue that they're trying to work on with the whole welding tool. Because if I connect this bearing up, it don't work. Why? I don't understand. But yeah, you can see here it's 165 degrees. And it's dumping... No. It's dumping 60 degrees. And then it's, it's lifting the tailgate 165. But anyways, what I did is I came out one block. So this block here that the crosshairs is on is attached to the truck. Is attached to the dump bed. Okay? And I put a bearing. And I came all the way across with the metal. And I was thinking to myself, the bearing will probably work. It'll probably lift it. But it's going to sag. Because it's heavy. Because it's a metal gate. So it's probably going to sag. So how can I do that? So I came all the way across. And I copied the same thing from here. I had that one block with a bearing. So I came all the way across, and I stopped. I put a bearing and a block. And I said, okay, now, how can I get that to lock? And I changed that because I thought that was an issue, but it's not the issue. It's stupid. It's just the game mechanics. It don't work. Anyways, so obviously I couldn't have it attached at the very top. That wouldn't work. So I came down one block from there. So the door and this, this block and this block are independent from the rest of the tailgate. And all this here is all tied to that bearing. And this block and that block are tied to this bearing. Which is separate from the rest of the door. So then I came down one, and then I came in. And then I came down. You guys, I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. There's a slight crease there, you can see. And there. And so I came in. And then I came down. And I came forward. And then I came back. Okay? Thinking, which it's fine, because one bearing can torque that. But I was thinking one bearing wouldn't be able to torque it. It wouldn't be able to lift it. It would have been too heavy. But it's not. So I probably could have actually made this whole thing out of metal, and it probably would have been fine. But, anyways. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of a gap. If I connect this bearing, even though they are both connected to the exact same controller, and both bearings are rotating in the exact same direction, it will not work. 165 to blue. Blue 165, so it's going to go counterclockwise, 165. Counterclockwise, 165. Okay? Hit the switch, and it don't work. It's just a bug in the game that they're trying to fix. And that's part of what they're trying to fix with the welding tool. And why it's not in the game yet, because it don't work. Two bearings interacting with the same object just don't work. And in essence, because what's trying to happen, or actually, okay, it does work. Because what it's trying to do, is I gotta look at it from the opposite perspective. And that's why it does actually work. If I do it that way. So I should be able to disconnect that one. And it does work. Okay, so it does work. So that's my mistake. Because what happens is it's actually turning this. Okay? So what was happening is these were counteracting each other. Even though they were turning the same direction, they were counteracting each other. Because what was happening is this tailgate was what the bearing was trying to turn. Because that was stationary. Okay? So, when you attach a bearing, okay, this side, the yellow piece, just for example, the yellow piece is what's attached to the actual dump box, okay? And we'll say this center silver piece is what's attached to my tailgate, okay? And so this is what's actually turning, is that center silver piece, okay? So, what happens is I place the bearing there, okay? So, the yellow is attached to this piece here, and that was there for support, which I don't really need it now that I have that bearing there, and that's working. I don't really need that there, but I'm just going to leave it because I'm not changing it. I'm not going to mess with deleting those 3 just to change it. It's not worth it. Which I could actually do that over here. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So the yellow part of the bearing is attached to, the dump box. Okay, and the tailgate itself is attached to the center silver piece that actually turns. Okay? So now, when I come over here, what was happening is the yellow is now attached to the tailgate, and the rest of my locking mechanism is attached to the silver. Okay? So it was trying to turn this blue, it was trying to turn this down 165. But because it couldn't, it was actually pulling the tailgate in 165. Because that was what was free spinning. That's what it could turn. So by flipping it, it's actually picking this up 165, which in turn is pushing this out 165, and it actually works. So, for anybody out there that is having issues, and I don't know why it does that either. I mean, in my mind, that shouldn't happen, but I guess because technically that bearing is what's... Shush, phone. Why are you beeping? I don't know why you're beeping. We'll deal with that later. But anyways, so yeah, you can attach 2 bearings to the same object for support, for something like this, but you have to lock it in place in order for it to work. And I did that to the floor too here. You can see there's a split there, split there, split there, split there, there. That's just to try to help keep these tied to each other as best I can. And I did it on the floor as well. That's not going to work, but it's enough to get me up here. You can see it on the floor as well. There's a gap there. A gap there, so I came all the way across, just to try to help tie the 2 pieces together, for stability, to try to keep them moving as one piece as I can without actually getting the welding tool into the game. But yeah, that's that. So I wanted to show you guys this. Probably not going to get to what I wanted to build in this episode. It's probably going to be the next episode. But now that I know that works, that is awesome. That really, really does what I want it to do. Which is phenomenal. Because that was what I was trying to get it to do all day. I built this actually all day today. Well, I started it the other day. And I was just slowly working on it. The front's off-center. It needs to be either one narrower or one wider for it to work. For that grill to be centered. So I figured I'd just make it lopsided. It is what it is. I didn't care. But anyways, that's that. You remember my loader, which is really cool. I like it. And you remember that. And let me go find my car. Where's my car? And we'll show you what else I built. I haven't fixed that yet. That you can use the suspension to torque things, which is really cool. See, like I can... You see how it picks that up? If it wasn't made out of metal, it would probably torque it better. Yeah, see? That's, like I can torque it up in the air. That's really cool. So we're gonna have to go drive around because I don't remember where I built it. So we're gonna put all these back to full thrust because it works easier. It handles better at full thrust down pressure. Let me fix this. Fix this. Alright, now we're still at full throttle. But that was the two things that they added in the last update. Oh, I didn't show you the horn. I was playing with it, but I didn't, well, I mean, you saw the tones, but you get in here, you attach it to a button, you've got the button hidden. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, like signal the truck drivers that, you know, back up or, you know, I'm done loading you, you can drive off. But there's one other thing I do want to do in this episode, so I'm going to cut here, try to find the other thing I built, then we're going to come back, build one thing real quick, and see what we can do. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry. It took me way longer than I anticipated. Find this, but this game has no map, so it's really impossible to find stuff. But anyways, this is what I built earlier. Was this cool little bridge, and it's a hint toward what I'm going to build in the next episode that I was going to build in this episode, but it's not going to be the next episode. So you guys can leave comments in the comments below as to what you think I'm going to build in the next episode, but that's a hint as to what it's going to be. So let me know in the comments below what you think. But anyways, it's a cool little bridge that I built. It's actually really neat because stuff is set into the ground, so both sides are actually attached to the ground. Like I could come up here and hello car. Thank you, car. Okay. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay. Woohoo! We jumped the bridge. Anyways, I could come up here, I could cut this bridge in half, and it would stay standing. Because stuff is attached to the ground on both sides. It's not just sitting on top of the ground. It is actually attached to the ground. So both sides are attached to the ground. You know, so I could cut it in half, and both sides would stay standing. It's not just resting. And if I cut it in half, it's not going to fall. But anyways, I thought it'd be pretty cool. The little gully here. Obviously, this side's higher than that side, because this side's only 1 ramp. That side's 3 ramps. But yeah, that was what I built earlier today. That was the other thing I built. Okay, now I'm going to try to mark this somehow. And I'm going to meet you back at my construction equipment. And we're going to try something. So I'll meet you back there in a minute. Okay, guys, we're back. This ain't working too good. I was trying to get this, no, that ain't what I wanted to do. Sorry, my frame rate's down to like 10 frames because of all these loose parts. I might have crashed the game. Okay, so that's not going to work. I was hoping to be able to pick that up. I've got one part. Let me move my truck because my truck's in the wrong spot. Sorry, I don't know why my frame rate's so bad. I mean, I know it's all those loose parts, but this truck's not helping either for some reason. Okay. Is that helping? No. That ain't what I wanted to do. Okay. See, when I put that on the lift, my frame rate goes back up to like 90 frames a second. With it off the lift, my frame rate drops, and I don't know why. I don't understand it, unless it's because of that bearing. Might be because of that bearing. But anyways. We're going to try, because the steering stinks on this thing. Come on. Stop it. Seriously, game. I don't know if it's because I've got the electric engine on here or what. But this thing just does not work. There's not enough torque to be able to turn it, and I think it's partly because of the electric engine. Because the wheels don't turn. Alright. Oh, did it fall out? Oh, bomb. It fell out. Oh, well, guys, that does it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry we didn't do a whole lot of building this episode. I just kind of explained some stuff and showed you what I had. But the next episode, like I said, it has to do with what I built out there. So let me know in the comments below what you think it's going to be. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.